Ah, yes. Another week, another dose of news for you here in the Big Rab Show podcast. So, let's get started. Can I just say, first of all, that the Belfast Tradfest this past weekend was just incredible. For everyone involved that managed to go and catch a gig or two, you know what I'm talking about. The festival was just absolutely jam-packed with incredible performances, and for me to even mention the Belfast Tradfest and to try and break it down into its component parts would be to do it an injustice, I have to say. So I have to give a full shout out to Breach Campbell and her concert, as well as her workshop series as well. Those were outstanding. I also have to give a mention to the Keall band performance that was in the Royal Avenue in Belfast there, and members of Cleveland Memorial Pipe Band were actually a part of that as well. And wow, can I just say, yeah, so well done to everyone in that Keall band performance with all of those musicians involved, all those young kids. It was just simply outstanding to see the Great Highland Bagpipe played alongside other traditional instruments here in Belfast, and it was just an outstanding festival. So full congratulations to everyone, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the return of Belfast Tradfest. Yeah, so that was their winter weekend, and we are hoping to see more in future. And yeah, rest assured, as soon as I do hear more, then I'll definitely let you guys know. Alright, I have to give a mention to a bit of an announcement from RSPBA Northern Ireland this past week. The Ulster Piping and Solo Drumming Championships, the syllabus has now been launched, as well as the announcement that they're now open for entries. All entries have to be in by the 20th of March, and you are urged to go along to the RSPBA Northern Ireland website to have all of your details there. You include, your novice grades, your juvenile, the hornpipes and jigs, your junior C grade, your Pembroke, and all of that. It's all over there now on the website. You can download the document which details everything, along with all your playing requirements, as well as your fees that you need to pay to get your entries in. And I have to say that again, that your closing date for your entries is Sunday the 20th of March, 3 p.m. There is no late entries accepted. So go along, rspbani.org, download that form. It gives you all of your details for the upcoming Ulster Solos, which will be on the 16th of April, actually, in Liston-Garvey High School. There you are. So really looking forward to that. So, yes, closing dates for your entries, 20th of March. You've been warned. It's not long from now. So, yeah, Ulster Solos coming up very soon. And, very much looking forward to that indeed. Yeah. So, also this past weekend was the Intercontinental Solo Drumming Championship, which was held on the 19th of February. And of course, that was in Dunedin. Now, the entire thing was live streamed as well. So a massive shout out to Yuspaba, who presented that, and I have to say it was absolutely fantastic. To be able to sit at home and catch all of the action, it was simply brilliant. Now, there was pre-qualification spots available here for the World Solos, and the top 4 competitors actually being pre-qualified for the World Solos as a result, and going straight through to the semi-finals. So, our results were on the day, of course. First place was Eric McNeil. Second place was Derek Cooper. Third place was Miles Bennington. And fourth place was Michael Shope. So there you are. If you are interested, you can go and watch back at all of these performances. We've done what we can to share them out there on the Big Rab Show Facebook page. Or indeed, you can go and check out the RSPBA website and check out the details of the results and everything. But I have to say, the event itself seems to be, quite successful. And as a drummer, I've noticed that the standard was kind of sky high. I doubt that these guys, over the course of the pandemic, just did nothing but practice the whole time. Because, standards were ridiculously high and very competitive. So, very enjoyable to watch. So go back, have a watch at that. And the Intercontinental Solo Drumming Championships, even though it's not easy to say on a podcast, was very entertaining. And I'll be watching back at those myself this upcoming weekend. Yeah, indeed. Alrighty, now, for those of you who don't follow sport, it's kind of like me. I don't really follow sport and all the rest, well, apart from the NFL, I guess. But I have to mention, this past weekend, Great Britain managed to pick up a gold medal in the curling. Now, you might think to yourself, well, Rab, why are you even bothered about curling? Well, the skipper of the Great Britain team that won the gold medal this past weekend is a bagpiper. Yeah, she's one of our own. She's a bagpiper. So yeah, shout out to Eve Muirhead, who lifted a gold medal. Oh my word, you talk about excited. I didn't actually watch the event, but I certainly watched it on replay, because I think whenever it was live, it was like 4 a.m. here in the UK. And by that stage, I was snoring in my bed. But hey, full congratulations, lifting a gold medal at the curling. And I think this is the first time that Great Britain have lifted a gold medal in the curling since 2002. So Great Britain had a match in the final against Japan, managing to come out on top, winning 10-3. There you are. So if that means anything to curling fans. Now, Eve has been a bagpiper since she was a teenager, being taught by Christy and Sharon Kelly, who are co-pipe majors, of course, of Grade 3 Pitlochry and Blair Athol pipe band. And she had to kind of reluctantly let her bagpiping take a back seat as she was concentrating more on her career with curling. Now, we actually managed to find a bit of an interview with Eve all the way back in 2010 when she was an ambassador for the Piping Live Festival. And the camera crew caught up with her all the way back in 2010 to have a chat with her to hear about her thoughts about the Piping Live Festival.
I think Piping Live is a fantastic festival, and it's great that there's a festival dedicated just to the pipes. And I think it does attract thousands of people from around the world, and I think that's really important. And also there's so many different concert shows going on which attract so many people. And this year, I think, for me anyway, I think the highlight will definitely be Capercaillie that are playing. If you look at bagpipe music nowadays, it's definitely got modernised. You could look at like the Red Hot Chili Pipers, and they really do play bagpipe music with a twist, and hopefully that is definitely taking more and more younger people into piping, and it's making a massive difference. I was 10 years old when I started playing the bagpipes, and I remember coming down, it was my 10th birthday, and Mum said, "I've got you piping lessons for tonight." So I went along to Pitlochry, to my local pipe band, and I had my first lesson, and really from that day I wanted to go back and have more lessons and play more and more, and I really did do a lot of practice, and I really enjoyed it. I play a lot of curling in the winter as well. I have done that for years, and I started curling, I think, just before I started playing the bagpipes, and a lot of people said to me, you do probably the two most Scottish things, a really Scottish sport, and also the traditional Scottish bagpipes. And so I do a lot of curling, and I'm fortunate enough to get to a high level in that. So the last few years my bagpipes have definitely taken a back seat, and I've missed all these major championships and all these festivals from my training, but definitely next year and this year I'm going to pick up my pipes and play a lot more and enjoy it.
There you are. It's hard to believe. That was recorded all the way back in 2010 as she was looking forward to playing more bagpipes. I can only assume that didn't happen because now she's a multiple world champion and now Olympic gold medal winner. She's also an MBE, which she received back in 2020. She also received an honorary doctorate from the University of Stirling. And I think her list of accolades now to include an Olympic gold medal, that's not too shabby. Now, whether we'll see Eve actually lift the pipes again and step out onto the grass with Pitlochry and Blair Athol, I don't know. I hope so. It would be awesome to see her at the Worlds and possibly pick up a title. Wouldn't that be awesome? But hey, what a year that would be for Eve. So, I absolutely full congratulations on your gold medal winning performance. And we're not talking about solo piping here. We're talking about the Olympics. Yeah. This past weekend here in Belfast, as well as the Belfast Trad Festival, we had a little tiny gig by the Red Hot Chili Pipers. Oh my God. And can I just say that it was absolutely amazing. The Waterfront Hall in Belfast is a huge venue, but the place was packed. The venue was sold out and it was ram-packed with piping fans. And can I just say that the Chili's did not disappoint and put on a blistering show. Now, myself, I managed to hang out backstage, of course, with the Red Hot Chili Pipers. And it was just awesome catching up with the lads. And we'll hopefully have a future interview with them and that here on the podcast. But if you do want to hear it early, ahead of a future podcast, then you know where to go. You can head over to Patreon, click on support, and you can possibly hear that interview early. Hanging out with the Chili's this past weekend at their gig in Belfast, which was just a blistering performance. And I dare say the Chili's will be back again in Belfast with a bit of luck to do all again at the Waterfront Hall. As soon as we hear any announcements of dates and stuff of when the Chili's will come back, then I'll definitely let you guys know, so where you can grab your tickets. All right, I have to give a brief mention this week to Kenneth McFarlane Music. Now, Kenneth put out a little bit of a clip on social media this past week of a brand new tune that he has written dedicated to his flat in Kelvin Grove Park. Now, that might sound familiar to a lot of folks. Kelvin Grove Park's quite famous. But yeah, Kenneth has been working on a little bit of an EP that he is hoping to release in recent weeks with a bit of luck. So yeah, this little teaser that he managed to produce, I can't wait to hear more about this. So for you guys out there who love to hear some brand new music, then go onto social media and search for Kenneth McFarlane Music, and you'll not regret it. It's quite an interesting little clip, and I'm dying to hear more. So of course, as soon as we know more about this upcoming EP release from Kenneth McFarlane, we'll definitely let you guys know where you can go and get your mitts on it, because it was very, very enjoyable. Yeah. Alrighty. Now, I have to mention a bit of an announcement this past week from the Lochaber Piping Society. Yeah, this was all sorts of exciting. They are going to be running a piping and drumming junior competition going to be held on Saturday the 26th of March. This will be in the Lochaber Gaelic Primary School, of course, in Fort William. And for entry forms and everything, I want you to check out Lochaber Piping Society for full details. Like I said, it's a junior competition, so for us old people, maybe not so much. But yeah, if you are interested at all, then please do go and check that out, the Lochaber Piping Society, and their upcoming junior competition that's coming up. I'm very excited for that, actually. Yeah. All right, I have to give a mention to the National Piping Centre again, as they continue to churn out the bagpiping goodness each and every day. They have another video, another live session. All of it has just been absolutely incredible, and it will all finish on the 28th of February with their final video release. So yeah, for all of that piping action, go along, check out the National Piping Centre on social media. There is a wealth of material up there now. In fact, there's just way too much to check out. So a video every day along with live streams, taking Q&As and everything. It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, go and check out the National Piping Centre. You'll not regret it. All right. Another little news story that I have to mention is, the minutes from the Board of Directors were published. So the Board of Directors had a meeting on the 29th of January, and the minutes are available now on the RSPBA website if you want to read them. And the reason I kind of sound a bit down in the mouth about it is because they're kind of boring. But, we are getting into the nitty-gritty of organising our incoming season. So for those of you interested in all of that, then you can go and check it out. They are available on the RSPBA website. And, read it at your leisure. But I'm not going to get into the woods here with it this week. But just to let you know, the minutes from the Board of Directors meeting held on the 29th of January are now available on the RSPBA website. And if you love that kind of thing, then great. Go and have a read at it. Now, hopefully something that's a little bit more exciting. Ourselves here on the Big Rab Show team put out an announcement this week that we are going to be launching a brand new venture called Big Rab Show TV. Yeah, and a lot of people were scratching their heads going, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, predominantly we are a radio show on Fuse FM every week, and we're also a podcast that you're listening to right now. But we're now launching a brand new product called Big Rab Show TV, where we will be hoping to ramp up our game when it comes to live streaming from competitions. As you guys know, over this past number of years here in the Big Rab Show, we have been live streaming from competitions here in the UK, both in Northern Ireland and Scotland. All of our minors and major competitions, we do what we can to point a camera at these events, so you guys can tune in live and catch all the action, no matter where you are or your circumstance. So, this incoming year, what we would like to do is up our game. We really want to throw more weight behind the production of this and give you an actual TV show to watch every weekend. Now, with that comes all sorts of challenges. We have lofty ambitions with this. We don't only want to cover the Grade 1 competition and the results, which has been the case for this past number of years. We now want to up our game and offer multiple grades, as well as multiple disciplines. Not only are we looking at Grade 1, but we're looking at all the other grades, as well as possibly drum majoring as well. Now, in order for any of this to happen, we need volunteers to help us. And because we can only be at one place at one time, and with multiple grades happening at one time, it'll be incredibly difficult to try and capture that with only one person on the ground, being me, Deej, or even Andrew. So with that in mind, we've put the word out. We're asking anyone out there that has access to a smartphone and has passion for piping and drumming to get in touch. Now, this is open completely to all of you folks out there internationally as well, because we're not just going to be focusing on our competition season here locally in the UK, but we're also going to be branching out and looking abroad. So wherever you're listening to the podcast right now, if you do have a passion for piping and drumming, you have access to a smartphone, and you fancy pointing it at a pipe band whenever you're at an event, then please do get in contact with us. Our email address is bigrabshow@gmail.com. And like I said, the only real requirements that we need from you is, do you love piping and drumming and have a real genuine interest in it? And do you have access to a smartphone that you can point at a band? Those are the requirements. And if you think you can help us here in the Big Rab Show team and you want to be a part of things, especially our new venture, then consider contacting us. bigrabshow@gmail.com, and our brand new exciting product, Big Rab Show TV. I'm calling it a product, not really. But you can contact us. bigrabshow@gmail.com. And this new venture, I suppose, I guess we'll find out how it all works once we hit the go live button. I'm a bit anxious about it all, if we're honest. But we've been working on this now for the past couple of months, and it is developing well. And we do hope that whenever the start of the season actually rolls round, and then we do hit that go live button, that it will work out. And I guess you guys are going to be along for the ride. We're going to do our best, and that's all we can do. So, like I said, if you are interested in helping us at all, please do contact us, bigrabshow@gmail.com. Just drop us a message saying, hey, heard about your idea for Big Rab Show TV. Can I help by filming a band at whatever competition? We'd love to hear from you, regardless of your location. Be in the UK, America, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, wherever you are. Contact us. We'd love to hear from you. There you are. Alrighty, so I think that announcement has been well enough publicised by now, because we announced it on our social media last week, and I'm sure everyone's sick of hearing us talking about it. But we're very keen to get as many volunteers as possible, so our product will be as awesome as possible. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Alrighty, far be it from me to promote and plug and do all that. Yeah. But it's my podcast. I'll do it like...